Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, also known as PSO2 NGS, is an MMO, Adventure Action RPG. First, let me introduce the player character, which will be your avatar. One of the concepts in PSO series is ultimate character customization. With the greatly updated graphic quality of New Genesis, you will enjoy the adventure with your own highly personalized character in your new Create system, providing even more variety. There are 4 races you can choose on the character creation screen. First you see on the screen is humans who look similar to humans. Next, Newmans have pointy ears.
Newman.
And casts have a mechanical body. Those are the 3 races I wanted to show you this time. And although the intro video is not ready yet, Dumans with unique horns and dichromatic eyes do exist as well.
Duman also exists, huh?
So that was the video introducing the character and the races.
I see.
Next, I would like to introduce a new element, the open field. One of the concepts of the PSO2 series, Infinite Adventure, has evolved further, and in New Genesis, you can explore a vast world within the open field created by enhancement and mixture of the advantages of both MO and MMO. In the previous PSO2, each area was an independent closed space. However, in the New Genesis, you can move between areas seamlessly and adventure the world while feeling the connection and the expanse. In addition, the upcoming updates will allow you to go to more and more places, and eventually you will be able to go to all the locations in your site.
Wow.
When you log into the game, you will start from the lobby where hundreds of people can gather. And from there, you can seamlessly move on to the adventure area.
Seamless manner. That's good.
Okay, let's get going. The adventure area is divided into sections that contain a certain size of terrain. But you can also seamlessly move between sections.
Wonderful. They're just going in. Wow, as it is. The depth is so good, large.
The maximum number of users that can play within the same section will be 8, but you will be automatically matching up with other users as you move between sections seamlessly, so you can enjoy encounters and adventures with many users for a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
They're fighting.
Time will advance in real time in the open field, changing dynamically from day to night as well as the weather.
I see.
You will be able to interact and battle in the field, which changes variously by time and weather conditions.
I see. So the sun goes down then.
Next, to enjoy the open world, I'd like to introduce the 2 types of actions that will be added to New Genesis.
Action?
Yeah, this one. First is dash. The dash is an action that can be performed from the dodge action and will allow you to move at high speed.
Wow.
While you are dashing, you can reach higher places with a double jump, so I believe it will come in handy when roaming around the open field.
Oh, so fast. Dashing. That's so good. I'm so happy about this. It's good. The field is so broad, large. There was a comment that says it's so comfortable. It's so comfy.
Next is this one, glide. The glide is an action that is helpful when you are moving from high grounds. As you can see, the character slowly descends from high altitude, so I believe you can move further away.
Wow.
これちょっと気持ちいいな。
That's really comfortable, comfy.
立体的よね、すごい
It's
ね。
very
うん
three-dimensional.
なるほどね。
I see.
いけんの？川越えれんの？
Can
いや
we
これ無理でしょ。
go over
無理でし
the
ょ
river? Maybe not.
上手やな、ここ。上手に行くな。
Wow.
川越えれ
He's
る？
very good at it.
川越えれんの？
Can be able to go over the river.
いや、越えたやん。
Wow, finally go over
しっ
it.
かり越えてきたやん。
Very good.
また回復アイテムは
The items for healing will not be available at shops for purchases, but will be ones you will pick up within the field.
I see.
回復性能ご
To
とに
note,
複数あった回復手段も
the many variations of healing will be integrated to one. Furthermore, you will also not be required to stop moving while exploring or fighting, so you can heal whenever you want.
フィールドにある
I see.
By obtaining objects called resta signs within the field, the number of heals you can use will increase, so try searching them while
で
exploring.
光った部分が
I
あるんです
see.
ね。こんな
When it's brightly shines in the field then. I see.
変わらないんだね。
以上フィールドに
That
関
was
して
the
の
video
説明動画でした
introducing the field.
ここからは PSO2 シ
We
リーズ
will be
3つの
talking about the
オンライン
third main
RPG
concept of PSO2, which is high quality online RPG action and how that has evolved in New Genesis. In PSO2, each battle style has its own so-called class, in other words, occupation to choose from. Today, we will introduce the three basic classes of Hunter, Ranger, and Force.
I see.
ハンターね。
Hunter.
みんなハンターから始める。
Everyone starts from hunter,
初心者の方とかはね。
especially for the novice. Like,
First up is the Hunter. The Hunter is a class that uses melee weapons to fight. It is a well-balanced class that boasts high performance in both attack and defense. The action of the Hunter's weapon, the sword, will be introduced. The sword is a versatile weapon that can be used in group battles against enemy mobs and against bosses. Similar to the series all along, you will fight with both normal attacks and the special moves called Photon Arts. In New Genesis, up to 5 continuous strikes are available for normal stacks, with the 5th strike being as powerful as Photon Arts. Okay, let's try it and see how powerful it will be.
ソード専用の武器アクション
Weapon action exclusive to the sword will allow players to guard and protect themselves from enemy attacks. If you press the normal attack button after guarding, you can immediately launch the 5th strike of the normal attacks as a counterattack, so you can enjoy combined offensive and defensive battle that makes the most of opponents' attacks. Also, users who have played PSO2 may have noticed from the video that there is no perfect attack in New Genesis, so you can enjoy the action without being restrained by perfect attacks.
I see.
以上次に紹介する
We
のは
will introduce the Ranger next. The Ranger class excels at long-range gunfighting and party support.
Ranger.
それでは
Now I will introduce the actions of the Ranger's weapon, the assault rifle. The assault rifle is a weapon that can do high damage by maintaining an appropriate distance from the enemy. As you can see, changing the attacking distance causes different levels of damage.
That's true. That can make the distance with the enemy.
Now it is this one. What you are seeing is the sliding shot is an assault rifle specific weapon action and useful for adjusting the distance from the enemies during a battle. This action will help you keep the appropriate distance while attacking enemies. You are also able to swap your view to the over-the-shoulder view, control your character and the camera to freely aim and attack. We also recommend this view to users who are used to TPS and FPS games.
I see.
The last player action that we will introduce is for the Force. The Force is a class that specializes in magic-like long-range elemental attacks called techniques.
I see.
Now, we will introduce the actions of the rod, the weapon equipped for the Force. The rod can attack with multiple elements by utilizing techniques. We will introduce the fire and ice element techniques.
Wow. Force.
First, we will start with the fire element Foye. Foye is a simple technique that deals high damage. In this game, non-charge and charge will change the performance of the technique. When you do not have it charged, it will send a flaming bolt in a straight line, but when you do charge it, it changes into something that deals direct damage to the surroundings of the target. Next up is the ice element attack, Bata. Ice element technique generates ice crystals if you shoot it without charging it. And if you charge it up and hit it with charged Bata, you can deal a lot of damage depending on the status of the crystals.
I see.
As you can see, normal attacks can send bolts flying from long distance, so you can always maintain a long distance when fighting. The rod exclusive weapon action performs similarly to the sword's guard, preventing attacks on the spot. That was. Next, we would like to introduce you to two types of sections in the adventure area. As I explained earlier, the adventure area consists of multiple sections that are seamlessly spread. Those sections are made up of two types: exploration section, where you gather materials and ingredients, and the battle section, where you mainly engage with enemy characters. Now let me explain about the exploration section. In this section, you will be able to obtain a variety of materials through many different ways that help you in your quest. For example, you can jump and pick fruits from trees.
Wow.
Likewise, you can obtain materials from the surrounding environment, and we call it gathering. In the world of New Genesis, there is an enemy species called Thames. They are like a wild animal, and you can obtain materials by defeating them as well. Thames are not so strong, but you would have to aim your attack well, or they would run away and you will not be able to defeat them.
It's very smoothly done. Glide. And then you can go pass through. I want to do that. Nobel.
Those meat and fruits gathered in the exploration section can be used for cooking. That adds temporary boosts to the player character.
Wow.
That was the video. It seems other players have already gathered here. Let's form a party and head to the combat area together. In the combat section, you can enjoy combat against enemies together with the other players in its purest form.
Wow.
Within these combat sections, enemies spawn at random, indicated by an E mark, to which U is little yellow mark, to which you and the other players could all head to simultaneously. First, we will head for the E mark. In New Genesis, there are species of enemies referred to as dolls. The first one that appeared is its smallest type, a Huan. This enemy excels in long-range attacks, so let's get up closer.
Jump. From the high place.
As you defeat enemies, trials, which are interrupt events that occur in PSO2, will happen here as well at a certain chance. Places where trials are taking place will show up on the map as a T, so let's head there. Shown on the screen are Pedas Sword and Pedas Gun. They are big-sized dolls, which are stronger enemies than the form mentioned earlier. We do, however, beat them in numbers, so let's work together with other players and continue fighting.
The colors are so nice. It's vivid. The graphics is doing well.
In New Genesis, every weapon shares the same evade action in a form of a step. You can also use a step attack by attacking right after a step in order to switch rapidly to combat. You can also perform a powerful counter-attack by using a step attack when dodging enemy strikes at just the right moment. Here, let's change the footage to that of somebody using a ranger. You can also use the step counter with an assault rifle, like so. Also, as we mentioned earlier in the explanation of each weapon type, rifles do high damage when you keep an optimum distance. That is why in this title, it's very important that you maintain high level of mobility as you engage in combat instead of standing still. We cleared that trial. Let's proceed to the next enemy location.
Then even with the high place, you can just jump up.
Other than dolls, there are also species of enemies called alters. These alters, called lizard, are tricky enemies which cause status ailments despite their size. We will defeat them quickly with the assault rifle's photon arts.
Wow.
Another trial has appeared, so we will move there. Let's switch the footage to one of a Force player.
Force.
Wow! The next enemy that appeared is a doll named Goloron. The attacks get blocked when attacking it from the front, so let's go around its back to attack it. As such, identifying each enemy's weaknesses and characteristics is crucial for combat.
I see.
Also, using the Force's techniques to hit it with its elemental weaknesses forces it to go into a special down state. Since a lot of these dolls appearing in this broadcast are ice-based, let's defeat them using Bata. Once you inflict enough damage with Bata, the enemy goes into a frozen-like state. These states are called elemental damage reaction, which exists for every enemy. By attacking with their weaknesses, you can create openings like these. We were able to successfully defeat the Golorons, so let's go on. From here on, we will switch back to the player using the Hunter.
Wow, big ones.
These new enemies here are dots. They snipe the player from very far away, but you can defeat them quickly by targeting their weak point at the back of their neck.
Wow. What should we do? What should he do? Wow. I see.
Yes. You see their weak point is at the back of their neck. Let's aim at it. Again, it is crucial to identify enemies' weaknesses and characteristics in fighting. The boss, another trial occurred. Let's move.
Now, in the neck, there's a mark. Also something there.
The boss enemy that appeared in the next trial is Nagulus.
Nagus.
Its high mobility and two-handed attacks make it a powerful enemy. First, we aim for a counter by using a sword.
Wow.
This enemy excels in close-range combat, but as you can see, it's possible to use your step counter and guards to get a counter-attack in. Attacks from long range with rifles are also very effective. However, this enemy at times uses shockwave attacks and pouncing attacks from afar, so don't underestimate.
Ranger.
Once enough damage is inflicted, it goes into a raging state. You need to be careful as it will perform even fiercer attacks than the first half of the fight. You can also force the Nagulus into an elemental damage reaction state. Attack it with the techniques of the elements to which he is weak. We were able to get it to an elemental damage reaction state. Let's go all out on it.
Wow, that's so cool.
There we go. We beat it. That will be it for the gameplay footage. We will be showing